everybody. It's Scorpio After Dark. My tagline was Dare to Be You. It's very nice. Sometimes when you're daring, it's not really a dare. It's allowing yourself to have the deepest expression. And upon that deep expression, you don't care what others think. I had a long 2 weeks, and I really didn't want to talk about the minutiae of the men and the women. I wanted to talk about us as duality. It has been a very, very stressful 2 weeks, but very beautiful. So I thought I would allow you guys to join me in the tub. That I would have an opportunity to relax, but yet, you know, I wanted to be in my comfort zone as I communicate thoughts to the intelligent people that came on and the people that are seeking for depth and knowledge. I needed to relax, so I thought I would bring to you my relaxation. So some people, this may be threatening, it may be triggering, and I would suggest you, move on, because I think the tagline is saying having the ability to be you and living you as bold as you can. And what I'm feeling tonight is I'm feeling sensuality. So I just didn't feel like to sit on a couch to share with you. I wanted to be in an element that I was most comfy. And that element is my tubby. So it's so crazy because, like, seriously, tubby. I love taking bubble baths. So when are we going to start fearing, stop fearing? And this is the us of us. We are in such deep fear that it's paralyzing us and it's taking away our ability to live, to enjoy, to ponder your experiences and be happy about them. Like, what is so bad about joy? What is so bad about flow? What is so bad about passion, anger, jealousy, envy, pain, sorrow, grief? What is so bad about the human experience. Like, that is the human experience. But what do? We judge the human experience. Oh, what are you mad about? Why did you do that? Why did you do this? Because I was having an experience. Now, the way people choose their experiences, I may not ever understand. But how I choose my experience at this moment, at this hour, at this time, is to take a tubby with my audience and let's talk about the beauty of our humanness, the beauty of her, the strength of him, the depth of the persuasion of lust, the aggression of the wanting. What is so wrong with that? What is so wrong with that emotion, that intense movement of I am indeed alive? But no, we can't do that because we are afraid. We're so afraid. We're afraid to be in our truth. We're afraid to be us. We're afraid to communicate how we truly feel. And if we would learn to express all those emotions, think of how healing it would be to the planet, how we would be able to communicate with each other without criticism, but actually with love. What a space that you can come to me and share your deepest thoughts. And I can be trusted with that. That's how Scorpios think. That's what Scorpios feel. Scorpios don't like to be trapped. That's why Scorpios run from relationships. Scorpios run from relationships because the very thought of losing emotional control over their environment brings them to fear. So therefore, they sabotage. They sabotage. And they sabotage. I don't think they do it personally, purposely. I think what happens is when you don't work your trauma out, you bleed that into society. And a lot of times when you're bleeding that into society, you're bleeding it into the dearest people around you. That's your children, that's your loved one. That's the people who are the closest to you. And so we hide this stuff inside of us. All it is stuff. And we don't acknowledge it, so we live in bondage of our minds and we lose out of passion. We don't get an opportunity to express passion because the greatest expression of passion is when you can transfer that passion to another being. And that human being is elevated for the mere expression that you shared all of you. But what do? We only share parts of us. So it makes us malignant. It makes us dysfunctional. It makes us emotionally retarded because we haven't learned how to let go of trauma, which affects every aspect of our lives for generations and generations and generations. But when we're in that portal of unforgiveness, of regret, of doubt, we can't see other people. We only see the pain. And we aimlessly go from relationship to relationship to find that very energy that you cannot receive because you will not give. It is a mind fuck because in your head you're thinking you're giving your all, but you're only giving a part of thyself. So what do you draw to you? People that give part of themselves because they have not learned how to give to all who they are. It always has to be a manifestation of what they dream to be rather than be that thing that they are. That is more magnificent than a dream. Because a dream is a figment of your imagination, but who you are is far greater than a dream. Because that dream can sometimes get affixed to the wall or be put on a piece of paper into your pocket, or you take it into the wilderness and you bury it. But when you allow yourself to have space for yourself and to feel every emotion and desire that you desire to feel, for the essence that you have the ability to feel those emotions, when you do that, that's when you're truly, truly living. So we spend our time not enjoying the bath, not enjoying the relaxation of the water, not having that drink just because. That's human expression. And when we allow ourselves to dance with the expression of being human, of course we will make mistakes. Of course we will do things and say, that's not my gig. But it's not for us to judge ourselves because, in fact, we are in process of remembering who we are. And as we're in process remembering exactly who we are, we may have some bumpy roads. But that doesn't mean all is lost. No. It means, guess what? I learned something from that. I learned what to do. I learned not to go back there. I see the signs now. And I'm going to do better. And as you do better, you elevate the world. You elevate yourself. You elevate the people around you. And the plight and the beauty of all this It's being able to live in your human experience and not feel like you can't be yourself. Now, mind you, we are of the light. And those who are on the light, they're at a different consciousness. So the things that they see around them, they may never ever cross their mind to do, but there is always a positive to the negative. It will always be the yin and yang. And as we toil in our minds to try to understand that, we will never understand that because it's the yin and yang. And so I thank you for sitting here with me, holding space, supporting my channel. You are amazing people. And I look forward to getting to know you. We are building a tribe. We are building consciousness. And there may be some of you that don't understand a single word that I'm saying. But this is truly and a fact. You were drawn to this channel because it is your hour. It is your time. Be patient. Keep listening because your activation is close. And you will know exactly what I'm talking about. And a long time ago, when I started this channel, I remember saying to myself, will they understand my language? Will they know that when I start channeling, that I go into another world? I feel like love is all around me, and I feel the beauty of consciousness, and I feel it all over my body. It's a sensual kiss, a warm hug, a slap in the face, a scream to the abyss. But it's all of who I am. And if we can learn how to be all of us, then we can manage the us of us that's out of control. I do know that as you learn and as you listen, and if you need to, take this tape, save it, and literally, as you save it, I want you to listen to it again. You are in a sacred place, and you are safe here. I'm so glad that I chose you to sit and have a tubby with me and listen to my thoughts, my inner truths, and allowing me to share it. I so appreciate you guys. And remember, you are not alone. You are appreciated. You are loved. And I am sometimes mad at you. And sometimes I want to scream. And sometimes I just want to cry. But you are seeing all of her because I desire you to be all of you. These have been some tremendous 3 years. And for some of us, it's been even longer than that because we were getting ready for the 3 years to come. So I understand many of you are tired. Constantly have to really take some time and center ourselves. And as we do that, oh, this smells so good. As we do that and we center ourselves, all that crap, that narrative will go away. And let me tell you something. I was listening to a video a few days ago, and it was this talk host and this other guy. I don't know if he's a YouTube mogul or whatever, but he said something to me which was very interesting, and this is what he told me. He said that he could never date someone that used a washcloth to clean their bodies because he thought it was nasty. And he probably would turn over in his grave if he knew that I was taking a tub because I'm in the same water that my whole body is in, right? And as he was saying this, right behind him, he had a 18th century black woman behind him as he was making the statement. And I go, man, how ironic what they're doing to the queens. They're constantly telling us that we're not worthy. They're constantly telling us that we're a certain kind of way. But if you look through history, it was the black women taught the men and women, the white women and men, how to bathe themselves. Because you see, as they were bringing people across the ocean, a lot of them had the Black Plague. So they were actually going from ship to ship, reinfecting people. And so that's why when some of the slaves came over to America, they were either dead, sick, or died soon after. And you can look that up. It's in history. And the interesting thing, they couldn't get a hold on it because of the slave trade. These Spaniards and English people were taking slaves back and forth, and they would go on port, and whatever place they port, they would infect the place with cholera. And if I'm not mistaken, over 1 million people died, and it went on for many, many, many years. Not just one, not just two, many, 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 many years. It took them a while to get it taken care of. And so as I was pondering on that and pondering on the interview, I was going, the most sacred thing that a black woman does is when she takes a time for herself in a tubby. It's something so sacred because they know that there is a goddess, and the goddess name is Ashua. And Shua was the goddess of water. And water signifies life, because without water, you cannot live. A plant cannot grow to bear fruit. We have to have water. And Ashua was a black goddess in many regions in Africa. And the thing is, the black goddess knew her power in such a way that she knows that the absence of her will bring death to all. And it's not something that she desires. She desires to see people love each other and we can begin to hydrate and feed each other. But when you have a society that is so petrified of just living, how in the heck can they learn how to die? So we spend this toll and this trouble, and we got social media saying all this about the black woman when on contrary, we know the goddess within us. Because we don't speak about it doesn't mean that it doesn't exist. We doesn't speak about it because it's always existed. One thing I can tell you about a man, the men that talk to you and tell you how good they are in bed, 99.9% of the time, they suck. It's the ones that don't talk about it. So, this is the thing that is so interesting, because here we are judging one another and not remembering that without each other, there would not be you or I. It would not be. And so, when you get an opportunity and you feel like this content really was valuable to you and you'd like to share it, please do. I really enjoyed you, and I really enjoyed showing another part of the Scorpio. I want you to have a lovely, lovely night and be well. Talk to you later.